What's up, friends? Ryan here, and today we're going to be looking at my Stargate Mega MOC. Now this was inspired by some stuff I saw on the Lego Ideas website, I believe. They had just a free-floating digital model of something relatively similar to this. They had both Atlantis and SG-1. This is kind of more similar to Atlantis, I believe, but I kind of based my thoughts on that and worked from there and modified it to kind of suit my needs. But one thing they didn't have was any support structure, so I had to kind of design all that from scratch, which is obviously the big pillars on either side and the space right here. I'm very happy with this. The only thing that I don't like is it's still pretty flimsy. I mean, it's not bad once it's assembled, but getting it assembled took forever, and I pretty much should have started with the frame and built stuff around it rather than built it and then tried to stand it up, because when I did that, almost every single one of the inner ring and every single one of this little flap right here fell off. So it took a while to get it back together, but it looks amazing actually. I think it'll look good if I put some rotating lights or something in it. I have to figure out how to do that, and then some on the top and some shining, and I need to put some people up in here and in here, like a control tower group or something. I've seen a picture of someone had I don't even know what they're called, but one of them electricity disc things where it shoots stuff out whichever way, and then they had a disc or a chip halfway into the disc. That looked pretty cool, like it was actually traveling into it. So I'll give you a basic rundown and then we'll zoom in and give you some more closer details. So down here we've got some little lights you probably can't really see too well, but those will get illuminated eventually when I put lights in it. And then it's got these clamps on the side to kind of hold it in place. And it's pretty sturdy on those ones. It probably could use a support on the top to kind of stabilize it, but it's not too bad. I don't think it would not fall over, you above the table or something, but it's definitely a challenge to pick up and move. I got it sitting on the shelf here, and it's 4 base plates wide, so it's quite a hefty beast. So then we come into this little bolt here, which is, I don't know, secondary control or something, and then the big control areas at the top. Fun fact, if you've ever looked up the Blacktron Intelligence Agency, these particular parts right here, these little black pieces, are from that. I bought it from the guy when he sold out, and I bought thousands of them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they were cheap, like thousands of them for a couple bucks. They look good. The only thing I did mess up on was I didn't order enough of these corner pieces here. I may have to change those out. Kind of looks wonky, but it's easy enough to fix. Let's see. That pretty much does it for that. This little base here is kind of hiding the actual clamp that's on the inside. It's got a bunch of brackets kind of opposing, and then plates on the inside, so it's got studs on the bottom and the top. I know you can't really tell, but it's similar to how this looks, but just hidden under this. Alright, so what do we got? We have 8 of these 3 wides and 8 of the 2 wides, I believe. 2, yeah. So the reason it's like that is to get it into a ring with the number 3 Technic joiners, the ones that are kind of like that. I forget what the actual numbers are, but they have every 12.5 degrees. This is the number 3. Alright, so you got the basic ring, and then you got the various chevrons here. 9 of them. Right, so you can get dial whatever the ship is in Infinity. I forget, is that its name? It's Universe, right? And the ship's name is, I forget the ship's name. Anyway, not important. But yeah, you can dial all the way over to there, or you can dial Atlantis or whatever, or they have 7 things and they put 9 on there, and they're like, well, maybe we should figure out something to do with the other 2. Anyway, I digress. Alright, so it's got these little pointy things, but we should probably zoom in and show you some of the detail, because it's probably kind of hard to see from out there. So let's find the camera off button and we'll go into it. Here we go. Sorry it's a little shaky. I got the camera in my hand so I can move around and look. Now these little things must come off the Avengers, obviously, because about a third of them have these things on there. But if we open these up, it kind of gives you an idea of the structure. So we have the base we talked about and the pillars. All the way up to the antenna on the top, which is kind of how most of my buildings look. Because, you know, what else are you going to do on the top? Alright. So, I did use these knockoff base plates again because they're thicker and sturdier. I think, anyway. They're not nearly as flimsy as the Lego ones. And they're better for big stuff like this. So, take it or leave it. Alright, so we have this structure built. We have these hinge pieces here, the 1x4s. They were supposed to be black, but they don't make black in any quantity, so I used light gray. But they're like this, and then we come up to the top here, we can see they got plates on the top just to kind of organize them. So there's 3 and then 2 for the various things. So if we go back to the bottom here, it's got these little kind of loops built with the detail, the different sizes, but these are the same and these ones are all the same. So it's just kind of a square with these brackets and, you know, 2x4 plates. And then it's got the sand green and dark blue and red and gold. And then these, I thought this was creative. They did use this in the model I saw on the Ideas website. They have these little hammers to kind of simulate the inner ring. But then we have these hinge pieces as well as the little space cockpit pieces or whatever. And then I don't even know what they're called, these little hood ornaments in the sand green color. I thought that was pretty creative. It's a good color scheme. And then it's got the gold. Let's see if we can get a better picture of it. Here we go. Gold little slopes with these dark blue, antenna. Fins, jeez. And then the gear tooths on the outside. Alright, here's a better view of the, even up here is better. See there, and then we got the, just add a little detail, some tan on there. Alright, so that's the basic ring. I'm gonna look around the inside. You can see it's got one Technic deal. Now if you really want to get a sturdy thing, these plates here, there's a good view, have 3 holes. It would have been better to put 3 rings of Technic in there and foregone the little gold details, or at least just put them on the outside. Would have made it a lot more stable. The one ring is not strong enough. If you take this out of the clamps, it just collapses. Alright, here is a good view of this. It's just clamped onto the inside there. Kind of see, just stuck on left plates. Kind of equidistant around the ring. It's got these dark blue and another fin and all the same green little details, just kind of give it to where it pops. Then it's got the tan and gold and blue again. It's got these engine block pieces and these doinks, I don't know, and these are on hinges, so you got to kind of position them so they go around the ring. Now the other side is in fact the same, if you'll forgive me. See, it has, okay, enough of that, sorry. It has all the same stuff in it. But yeah, I am really impressed with this one. I did pretty good, if I think I say so myself. Be good to see in this in the Space City eventually, next to some other buildings. But I guess that's about all I got to say about that one. Hope you enjoyed it. Not quite done with this Mega MOC series. We got quite a few left actually. Guess they're all buried, but there's some of the other buildings from this series. There's a couple there. Get seasick panning. There's the Temple of the Sun. So let me know what you think. I'm really digging this one. Like all the different colors and how it looks. Could be a little sturdier, but that's about my only complaint. So, yeah, keep it real. Leave me a comment with your thoughts, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.